So even though it's been a more than averagely tumultuous week in Welsh Rugby with the whole uncertainty of the future of the Welsh regions, there is a small matter of a 17-match losing streak and a tour to Japan in the summer. So the team has come out today. Also, the coaching staff has been announced for the summer as the caretakers. So I'll go through it all. We'll just go through the team and then we'll have a chat about it as usual. So I'm going to read it off. It's been posted in not the position groups, just forwards and backs all mixed up. So I'll excuse that I jump from like positions. So it's Kieran Azarati, Liam Belcher, Ben Carter, Chris Coleman, Elliot D, Talupe Falatau, Archie Griffin, Dewi Lake, who's the captain, no surprise there really, Josh McLeod, Alex Mann, Garen Phillips, Tane Plumtree, James Ratty, Tommy Raffel, Nicky Smith, Gareth Thomas, Freddie Thomas, Aaron Wainwright and Teddy Williams. So a couple of surprises there. And then the backs are Josh Adams, Sam Costello, Dan Edwards, Keelan Giles, Kieran Hardy, Ruben Morgan Williams, Blair Murray, Max Page, Joe Roberts, Tom Rogers, Ben Thomas, Johnny Williams, Rodri Williams and Cameron Winnett. So there's quite a lot of like names chopped and changed. Quite a few people have dropped out of the squad, different people in. Not the squad I was expecting, I have to be honest. Some players in there that I was really not expecting to see. The coaching staff is, of course, Matt Sherrod is the head coach, which was kind of terrible kept secret, and it made sense carrying on from the Six Nations when he took over. But he's there with T. Reece Thomas, Adam Jones, Gethin Jenkins and Danny Wilson. So Adam Jones and Danny Wilson both coming from Harlequins. Rumoured that that could be the backroom staff for whoever takes over, possibly Steve Tandy. So if that's the case, good to build a bit of continuity. But yeah, there's some players called up. There's a couple of surprises. For me, Chris Coleman was a bit of a surprise. No disrespect to him, but maybe Ben Warren would have been better. Coleman's had a decent season, but decent is about as high as I can rate him. Really struggled a lot last year. Improved, but not anything spectacular for me. Then you've got Josh McLeod coming back in, which I'm chuffed with. Archie Griffin back fit. Alex Mann back in. James Ratty back in. So there's a few players that have been sort of out and that are back in. Ben Carter as well. So, there's no Adam Beard, which was a little bit of a surprise, but I can sort of understand. No Dav Jenkins, so I wonder why that is. Obviously, it's a summer tour, so that always changes things. Of course, being the Lions as well, that changes things. I did think they would just go for the strongest team they could and just be like a complete hit out of the first team, but it seems like they are testing out players as well, giving players opportunities, which is fair enough. It is a summer tour, but it is a vital one to get a win. The battle at outside half is going to be interesting. It's going to be a straight shootout, it looks like, between Costello and Dan Edwards. No room for Jared Evans and no room for Gareth Anscombe. Anscombe's not really surprised. Thought we might see Jared Evans given his sort of work with Matt Sherrod in the past. Another surprise for me in the backs was Johnny Williams over Max Llewellyn. That was a real surprise. I thought Llewellyn would be like a nailed down starter, but he's gone with Johnny Williams. I'm chuffed for Johnny Williams, to be honest, because he's dealt with so many injuries, and even this season he's really struggled. Never really taken opportunities that he's had with Wales when he's come in. Hasn't really done much, but he's had a fantastic end to the season with Scarlets and been a big catalyst for the success they've had and the sort of heading towards the postseason. So, he's going to be like a front runner to start, you would imagine. And then you got Max Page there with him as well. So strong feel from the Scarlets in that team. A couple of noticeable admissions: James Botham, Ellis Mee, Nick Tompkins, Morgan Morse was a strange one for me. I thought for sure we would see Morse really come into the team and possibly get some game time, but he sort of left him out. I'm not sure if like players are going to get rested or if there's some sort of plan, because it seems like big players are left out, like Dav Jenkins. I'm not sure. I wonder if you guys know in the comments why he wouldn't be in this squad, whether it's something to do with his contract with English Rugby. I'm not sure. I'd just be guessing. No Henry Thomas as well, so maybe an intent to build for the future. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But there is a makings of a good team in there. Still a strong team, even though we're using, more, you could say, uh, developmental players. But like you can look at that back row. You're still probably going to get a back row of like Plumtree, Rafael, and Faletau. That's a pretty solid back row. The second rows you're gonna have, you pick between Ben Carter, Teddy Williams, James Ratty. So there's a couple of testers in there, but still some good players. The front row, really chuffed for Liam Belcher. He's been a standout performer for Cardiff over the last, probably 4 or 5 years, and never really got Welsh recognition that I felt like he deserved. Maybe a little bit undersized, but plays with a huge amount of heart and is a real leader in that Cardiff team. So really chuffed for him. Deserved. You have to say he's deserved that one. Obviously he's going to be like behind Dewi Lake and Elliot D, but nice for him to sort of be rewarded for his performances with like a nice trip to Japan, and that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Just going through the others then, there's not really much else to pick out of the backs. Josh Adams, I felt may get a rest, considering he seems like he's rested some other players, but on the trip, and he seems like he's ended the season pretty fit for Cardiff. So good to see him back in amongst it. Going to be an interesting battle for the scrum half position, because you got Morgan Williams, Kieran Hardy, and Roger Williams. So they're all going to be straight shooting out. And I made a video a couple of weeks ago about the scrum half position, talking about those as options, and no Ellis Bevan, which I don't know. You haven't really got a developmental player in this team, but Ellis Bevan hasn't played really at all as the season's wound down, so you can see why that would be. But like, again, a good backline. You could pick a backline of maybe Hardy, Dan Edwards, and then the centres could be Ben Thomas and perhaps Joe Roberts, or Johnny Williams and Joe Roberts maybe could be the option. And then you still got Tom Rogers, Max Page, I think will possibly end up on the wing if he does get on Josh Adams. So there's still experience, can win it. I wonder if Blaine Murray will continue at fullback, or they'll try Tom Rogers there. I don't know. There's lots of questions, and it's kind of exciting considering how disappointing this week has been with all the news that's come out of the WRU, and where we don't really know where Welsh Rugby's heading regional wise. At least looking at this squad, it's a little bit of excitement, because it's very much an unknown squad, and a very much a chance for players to prove themselves and maybe stake a claim moving forward into next season. So that's an exciting part, but it does boil down to a must win. And for me, if we don't come away with 2 wins in Japan, it probably will be seen as a failure. Personally, I guess getting 1 win is what we need to do, and just get this monkey off our back. But there's certainly a team within there capable of going out there and winning 2 games. It's not 100% a full hit like I was expecting, but it's probably about 80% maybe. But I would love to know what you guys think of this squad. It's very different look to it, with some players that have not been in the squad before. So exciting times. But let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the next one.